So with the Gallows Act 2 coming out tomorrow, I thought I would revisit the original Gallows, which I remember not liking, but I was like, okay, I've seen some favorable reviews on this thing. Maybe I was too hard on it. Maybe, I wasn't in the mood, maybe whatnot. So I went and I checked it out again, and let me tell you, man, I thought it was just awful. I was really surprised. I thought it was worse than I remembered. I remember thinking it was just not good, and this time I genuinely thought it was terrible. So I completely understand the hate that this movie gets, and I'm kind of surprised that there is a sequel. That being said, I shouldn't be surprised since the original movie cost $100,000 to make and grossed $43 million. That is a ginormous return. So I should now say I'm surprised we didn't get part two a year later. I'm shocked that it took 5 freaking years for this thing to happen, or 4 years. I think it was 2015 to 2019. So yeah, about 4 years. I feel like it was older than that. When I saw 2015 on the date, I was like, really? I thought this movie was much older than that. Like, no, I shouldn't say much, but I thought it was like 2012, 2011. I'm really surprised at how recent this movie is, but man, it was just dreadful. So much so, I have a bunch of notes here, and my heart's really almost not even in talking about it. Like, I'm just kind of sitting here like, it's late. I don't give a fuck. This movie was horrid. You know, the reasons I blame this movie for being terrible, I'm going to give some real quick thoughts on that. This main character that's carrying the camera around, Ryan, is just absolutely unlikable in every way, and not in a fun way. Like, he tries to make humorous jokes here and there. He tries to have his fun moments, but he just comes off like this entitled, pricky ass little kid that you would love to punch in the face. And you're just waiting the entire film for him to die. And when he does, it's not satisfying. All the deaths in this are extremely uninventive. They use the found. I should say this. This is what I should have said from the beginning. This is the perfect example of a film on why people hate found footage horror. This is kind of the poster child for everything wrong with found footage horror. It is just, it's like the perfect example. It really is. It commits like every sin in the found footage playbook. Like, every single thing wrong with found footage is done in this movie. Cutaways where you don't see shit, video distortion, lame characters, rushed production, very little thought put into things, twist endings that don't work because you're not invested at all and they're so forced and lame that you're just like, oh, fuck me. Like, it's just everything wrong with it. The framing of everything is terrible. I know it's supposed to be found footage and realistic, but at least make it interesting. The characters are so bland. The dialogue is so bad. Everything about this movie is poor. I was genuinely surprised when I went back to watch this and going through it and being like, wow, I'm so not that person. I'm so not that person that shits on things. But I genuinely couldn't find a positive to say about the actual film itself. I could sit here and pick out like stupid things, like I usually do if I'm really trying to reach for something. Like Cassidy is attractive. She's a 22-year-old girl playing like she's 16 or 17, of course, but she's hot. Even Pfeiffer is a very attractive girl, and everyone questioning Reese on why he's into her. It's like, because she's a very attractive young girl. Yes, her personality is a little annoying. She's that drama geek who's above and beyond, boisterous and annoying to people, but she's a very attractive girl, and I don't think people would be that questioning of his attraction to her, but that doesn't even matter. Because the film just sets up this narrative like, there's this jock, he wants to impress the drama girl, so he gets in, and then we find out that his dad was actually the person who should have died that night, but what killed this guy originally anyway, and there's the ghost is doing it, but then the girls need to be there and lure him in. It's all so nonsensical. It all just doesn't make any, like, it's a very, very shitty film. I think I'm just kind of being a broken record at this point. Um, I wrote down all these notes, and I just don't care to discuss them. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I really didn't enjoy this. I thought every fucking scene was illogical. I thought every decision was poor. I thought the decisions behind the camera were exhaustingly stupid. I don't see anything redeeming about this film. I see people that are like, they like it. I don't know what they found enjoyable about this movie. I don't find any of the characters likable. I don't find any of the scenes humorous or scary. I don't know, man. I legit can't find anything to say good about the movie. So there you go. That's my thoughts on it. I don't. So much so that I'm not even sure I'm gonna bother with Act 2, because people are like, I've seen people who love this one or really like this one, and they're like, oh, I watched part 2 and it's not good. If they loved this one and they think the next one's terrible, that's almost intriguing. Like, oh God, now I kind of need to see it, because maybe if they loved this one, then I'll have the exact opposite, effect here and enjoy that one. I genuinely can't believe this sequel is worse. I just can't. So I'm gonna watch it. It comes out tomorrow. I'll check it out. I'll let you know. But fuck, man, this was a chore. And it's only 70 minutes long. How can a 70 fucking minute movie, it's a 75 minute movie be boring? How can a short film be boring? Anyway, I'm done. Bye.